I'm very confused. This, this is the thing. Yes, I know. Thank you, phone. This is the thing. Oh dear, this is... Okay. I'm... I don't... Why is this a thing? Whatever. Let's just fucking do this.
Resident Evil 4.
They even put the sound effects in. 2004. I'll never forget it. It was the year when a stunningly handsome man rescued me from a weird cult. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be actually... Okay.
Soon after I was kidnapped, the news was out to my father, then President of the United States, that it was the doing of the mysterious organization, Los Illuminados. The cult's influence spread first to a rural village in Spain,
Which is kind of a random thing to be doing when you think about it.
and it hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow, crippling its very foundation.
I am so not ready for this at all, am I? I'm so not ready for this.
Taking an enormous chance, my father ordered a lone secret agent to infiltrate the cult's headquarters and rescue me. His intent, I assume, was to keep the whole affair from going public.
Why? Yeah, the mission was like quite fucking simple, I guess, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's a thing. It was ultimately successful, and I can't say I didn't walk away unscathed. I've since learned, blah, blah, blah. There's a price to pay for everything in this world. Price of my life? Ooh. Nothing less than love. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just end my life. Chapter 1. Holding out for a hero. Oh, for fuck's sake. Dave, why am I doing this? 12 years earlier. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God.
Exams are done, thank goodness. I can't believe I'm gonna make a C in government. I can just hear Daddy griping about it. Think of the headlines, Ashley. President's daughter can barely pass college government course. Administration's credibility in doubt. It's not that it was hard, just supremely dull. Politics is already tedious, and it didn't help Professor Hollycock was so old and monotone. Where are all the young, hot teachers? That's what my generation needs. Maybe I can make my pet political project. Well, I guess I'll have plenty of time to think of a pitch while I'm driving back to D.C. It's so stupid that I can't fly back. Freaking terrorists ruin everything. I took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. Well, the rubber isn't going to burn itself.
Well, she went from like, what? She went from like normal voice to like indoor voice. Oh god, what okay.
Plus, I don't want to run into that snobby bitch Jenna.
Fuck you, Jenny. Fuck you, Jenny, you bitch.
All she does is gloat about her grades.
Started to walk to the resident hall parking lot when I spotted a flashy car parked at the curb. Most surprisingly, it was a bulky man holding a sign with my name on it. Oh, hey up, Krause.
Excuse me, sir, are you looking for me?
I'm your, driver. Yes, I've come to take you away to where you're going.
A driver? Aw, that was sweet of Daddy to send me one. Nice car, too. Is it a Benz?
Yes, it's a smooth ride. Now come with...
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you before. Honestly, you look a little more like a Marine than a driver, especially with a knife and, grenades.
Drivers have to be prepared these days. You never know who might try to kidnap you.
Subtle.
I guess that's true. Although you still might want to work on your tact a little more. Chuckling suspiciously at the end of a sentence isn't a good way to instill confidence.
I'll keep that in mind. Let's go then.
I don't know. Maybe I should just take my own car. No offense to you, but, I didn't get your name?
It's Krauser.
Klauser, eh? Is that German or Austrian, maybe? You do remind me a little of Arnold Schwarzenegger with the muscles and, the scowl.
Total Recall is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Should I I'm partial to Conan the Destroyer myself. Should I change it to Arnie's accent instead?
Yeah, me too. Why don't you come with me so we can discuss our mutual interests?
See, there you go again, pausing all suspiciously. I had to go with you just to help you with your mannerisms. I have a lot of training in not seeming suspicious after all. I sounded really proud as I said that. I wasn't sure it was kind of the thing to be proud of.
Yeah. Surely you are the one who can help me with my problem. Yeah. Now let's go.
He threw the paper aside with an exaggerated motion.
What a maverick! Literally while right next to a garbage bin.
I just don't know about this guy.
Although losing the board made his hand seem empty and a little grabby. I crossed my arms over my chest.
Maybe we can recheck, Klauser. I really would prefer to drive myself back. I might make pit stops, you know, and all my CDs are in the car, so yeah.
God damn it, girl. Just get in the fucking car.
Memory glitch? Hey, is that Ashley? Ashley! You leaving already? Let's compare grades real quick. It's probably that bitch Jenna. Fucking knew it. I looked to my left and saw Jenna running a skank ass towards us as fast as her absurd heels would let her. Christ on a cupcake, it's Jenna! Hurry, get in the car, Klauser. We'll make some pit stops when we're on the road. Go, go! That's a really nice Benz. It is a Benz. Klauser jumped in the driver's seat.
Finally.
Klauser, now's not the time for dubious chuckling. Now go!
Yo, this is my command.
So I got comfortable in the passenger seat. Klauser threw one of his grenades out the window towards the
Oh, Jesus Christ, poor Jenna. Boom, you fucker. For a moment, I thought it was going to explode in Jenna, and I felt guilty that I wasn't at all worried about it actually hitting her. But it just seemed like a flash grenade.
You know, not that I mind seeing Jenna cling to her eyes in fear and confusion, but are you trying to seem shady? I get enough media following me as it is.
Just having a little fun.
We're not in an action movie, you know.
I grumbled. And although he certainly tried to look the part, maybe it's a dream of his or something. I waved innocently to Jenna as Klauser sped off. Naturally, she continued to scream out in terror. I guess it is a little fun. What a bitch. What a fucking bitch. I wonder if I should tell Klauser that the speed limit on campus is only 15 miles per hour. Yeah, he's doing like fucking 120 straight out the gate. Nah, we'll be fine. I gazed out the window watching the campus shrink away. Wouldn't have taken Klauser for the Samba type. No wonder if he's gay. Not that there's any, correlation between the two. Just getting a vibe. Oh, wow. Right, okay. I thought there was a way to turn this up, but it's really quiet. This is stupidly quiet, though. Oh, well, whatever. Still, I wish he'd say something. This awkward silence is killing me.
I can just hear Dad now. Ashley, don't speak of others what you're unwilling to do yourself. I know, I need to be more assertive, and it's good to be able to connect with people different from me. But seriously, what do I say? How much fun are steroids? There's gotta be something. I turned the music knob down a little, and Klauser's eyes darted towards me. Definitely should avoid the steroid question. Hey, Klauser, don't tell my dad that I said Christ on a cupcake, okay? He's really picky about my language. Have to play the part of the dutiful daughter, you know?
Ow.
Yeah, just, take that as a my lips are sealed kind of thing. So, how did you get that scar, if you don't mind me asking?
Ow.
Why so serious? Jeez. Right, I get it. We all want our mysteries. I bet women love that, though, right? I mean, what girl can resist silence, scars, and muscles? Right?
Ow. I'm gay.
Oh, right. Of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume. It's a perfectly valid lifestyle. Commendable, really.
God made me this way.
Yeah, totally. Man, I so called that. So, yeah. This is probably going to take a while, huh? This trip, I mean. I can't keep this voice up. Holy shit, my face hurts. If we keep going 95 like we are now, I'm thinking maybe 5 hours.
No, it won't.
It won't?
We'll be at the helipad in less than 5 minutes.
Wow, so we're going to fly after all? I knew Dad would pull through. Yikes. Honestly, I'm okay with him being gay. Shifted uncomfortably, not knowing what else to say. Turned the music back up, and we drove in awkward silence for the next few minutes before arriving at the helipad, because shit goes down. We stopped at a suspiciously empty and remote helipad. I had a sinking feeling in my gut that something was amiss. Hey, Klauser. I don't think this is a official U.S. military helipad.
How stupid of you, and it's Krauser.
Krauser? That's way more evil sounding. You tricked me, you dirty bastard. What's going on?
We're kidnapping you, Ashley. I'm surprised you didn't catch on sooner. Very bland of you.
How could you do this to me, Krauser? I thought we trusted each other. Bet you're not even gay.
It doesn't matter what I am. What matters is getting you safely to Lord Sadler.
Lord Sadler? My God, what kind of political scandals am I getting wrapped up in this time?
Enough talk. Can't have you chattering the whole way. Get behind thee.
With lightning reflexes, he shoved a needle into my arm by shaking violently and making my little portrait in the corner shake violently too. Before I had time to scream out, I felt my body collapsing from whatever drug the newly named Krauser had injected. And then the screen went black. I awoke disorientated in this chair that's like halfway through the fucking game. Like, yeah, alright. I wakily tried to move my arms, but they were restrained by something. Is that music I hear? Why does it seem so jaunty? I can't actually hear anything. And it's pissing me off. I don't know why I can't hear nothing. It's so fucking weird. Save your energy, Ashley. You're my bitch now. Jesus Christ. Oh, Sadler. I struggled to open my eyes and then wished I hadn't bothered. Is this that Lord Saddle man that Krauser mentioned? And did he just come from a gothic Ren fair or what?
In just a moment, you will have a parasite shoved deep into your body in a very phallic way.
Seriously, who says stuff like that and then guffaws? He's like some cartoon villain making a cameo on Cinemax.
Don't try to struggle. It will only increase my pleasure. Soon you will be impregnated with our power.
My God, it's just like Rosemary's Baby, and I hate that movie. Where am I?
Spain, if you must know. But don't worry, you won't be here for long. You'll go as quickly and quietly as you came.
Screw you.
Who knows what the future holds? Now, my minion, inject her with the Las Plagas. Remember to put the needle in very slowly.
Lord Sadler!
God alive, he's even worse than Saddleman. At least he's moving in my periphery.
Fucking baldest, whitest dude you've ever seen in your life.
I felt a prick at the nape of my neck, followed by something shooting my bloodstream. Something slimy. I would have felt more revolted had I had the energy.
A perfect penetration, minion. You shall be spared the acid bath tonight.
Cerebrosa!
Don't worry, you'll be eating someone out very soon.
I could feel my already tenuous consciousness beginning to fade again. I struggled to stay awake, but it was in vain. I could only take comfort in the departure of those disgusting men's faces and their horrible innuendos and that fucking music.
You got power on my mind. What the fuck?
I woke sometime to the loud of a chime.
Oh. I can just about hear the safe room music in the background.
It seemed somewhat like a church bell. Given how close the sound was, I assumed I was in said church. I turned again and again in vain to open the door. I really regretting not dating that locksmith who was flirting with me in political silence, and that's not something I regret a lot.
I can't even get the words out because this thing is just bending my head so much. No, I don't want to leave. No, sorry, that was an accident. Sorry, Ashley.
My neck. My hand reflexively rubbed the sore spot. I know it's not polite, but seriously,
Fuck that ugly saddle man.
I feel so violent and dirty right now. I dread to think what else they plan to do to me. I don't even have a great sense of how long I've been here. Maybe a couple of days? It feels like years of my life have simply vanished. Hopefully that's just spiritual. Overprotective as he is, Dad has surely noticed my disappearance by now. But even so, how is he supposed to know where I am? I could be dead long before they initiate any formal investigations. I can't. I have to try to stay hopeful. I began fidgeting with my scarf to distract myself. Hey, wait a second, I feel something. What the hell is this?
That's your clitoris.
Oh my God, is this a miniature tracking device embedded in the fabric? How in the world? Wait, where did I get this scarf from? Didn't my CIA...
Oh, okay. CIA ex-boyfriend Victor. Oh, plot device. Give me this scarf for my birthday last year. Oh, God, my throat hurts. Hold on. I need a drink of water. Victor, you creep. Ugh, this is why I broke up with you. Oh, God. Okay.
But wait a second, this is a tracking device. That means someone might know where I am. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God! I've never been happier to have a stalker ex-boyfriend. Oh, seriously, if I get out of this, he's fucking dead.
I began inspecting the device. Naturally, it looks like a cheaper model. Typical Victor. Probably jury-rigged with one of those he bought from a pawn shop. Still, these things usually beep red when they're active.
Damn, I don't see anything. I wonder how long it's been busted. It'd be just my luck that it broke forever ago. Still, this is all I have to hope for. So barely better than I had 5 minutes ago. I jumped upon hearing some movements in the church. Some more of those freaky-looking cultists, probably. Maybe they came to pray for Rogaine.
Jesus. The movement is different, though. Almost sounds like a chandelier rocking back and forth. Weird. Some kind of ritual, maybe? Considering my experience so far, that really wouldn't surprise me. Nonetheless, I'm terrified. As you can tell by my creepy closed eye, like fucking half-closed eye shit.
It was quiet for a minute, and then I heard the dry screech of a mechanism rising.
My fucking throat is killing me.
Steps drew nearer, drawing in on my makeshift position.
Position prison. Jesus Christ.
I felt a tinge of fear and anticipation. My throat was dry.
I know exactly how you feel, sweetheart. Doing this voice is drying my throat out as well.
I huddled in the corner of the room, even though it probably wouldn't do anything against my attackers. I should have taken those self-defense classes instead of Construction 101. When am I ever going to find a chance to use a bulldozer anyway? God damn it! I spotted a plank of wood on the ground next to me. Would it do anything? No. Would I feel better throwing it? Oh, yes. The doorknob gave a creaky sigh as it began to turn. My heart raced. My eyes darted from the door to the plank. Now or never.
And then the gun just peers in, and there's Leon.
Ashley!
Don't come! I screamed. Looking back on it, I thought should have said, don't come any closer, but, heat of the moment, I'd be shitting myself, and this 2x4 is pretty fucking heavy. Yeah!
Chuck the plank I've been eyeing at the mystery man who ended. As expected, it did not slow his progress in the least.
Hey, take it easy.
How dare you tell me to take it easy after what happened with Krauser? Ashley Grady was nobody's fool. No, get away!
I persisted and huddled against a barrel in fear.
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the president's order to rescue you.
Dear God, I'm so sorry about that time. Wait, what? My father? I felt a surge of relief. Hooray, rescues! Hooray, Dad! Hooray, being stalked! Well, not so much that last one.
Oh god, my face hurts from doing this voice, like seriously. My heartbeat began to slow a little, give me a chance to examine my rescuer in full. That's right, and I have to get you out of here. Now come with me. Pink background, okay.
Boom.
As my eyes feasted on the Adonis in front of me, my vision became inexplicably clouded by bubbles and sparkles and general girlishness.
Moist.
I relished every beautiful, manly drop, and I felt the waves break in my vagina.
Oh god, and then he just splashes her with white.
I had a million questions to ask, but my tongue was dragging on the floor in the wake of his sexiness, so I just followed him instead. Wow, Leon, you're such a fucking hottie. As soon as I was up, Leon pulled out what looked like an old walkie-talkie. Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while. I thought those lines were notoriously easy to jack. Oh, I know, he's using it because no one would suspect a U.S. agent to use such outdated tech. Genius!
It's Leon. I've succeeded in extricating my subject.
I love a man with a big vocabulary. He could extricate me anytime. Oh, wait. I guess he already is.
Where's the extraction point? Got it. I'm on my way.
I can't keep doing the voice. Hold on. Oh, fuck it. I'm doing it normally. Fuck this. I do it when it needs to be done. I wanted to make conversation, but since I hadn't spoken to anyone who wasn't gross or Spanish for an intermediate time. But he seemed busy? Breaking barrels? Maybe he's making sure there's no cult spies hiding in the barrels. No spies, huh? That's for the best. I really didn't want to think I'd been peeped on by perverts this whole time. Still, I can appreciate a man who's thorough in his work. I thought he might ask me about my general state of health, at least, but he moved briskly towards the door. Is he the Sunder type? I hope not. I always hate those. Whoa! The testosterone is palpable. But hey, any dude that can open a door for a lady, it takes a real gentleman to open them in a way that reflects how badly she wants to exit said door. We ran down the stinky corridor and approached a ladder. Did someone carry me up this thing? It seems crazy, but par for the course, I guess. Before I could even look over the edge, Leon jumped to the ground below, landing with a confident thud. What a badass. He looked up at me, and my instinct was to pull down my skirt. He may be cute, but a woman must protect her dignity. Plus, these lacy pennies are kind of revealing. Can't show all my cards too soon. Leon continued to face the ladder. What, does he want me to jump down, too? I think he would say something. I guess we are in a hurry. Okay, Ashley, you could do this. Surely you catch me, right? I gathered my resolve and jumped off the ledge. Yeah! With my eyes closed, I could only sense my stomach sinking from the fall. Doomph. Yeah, okay. In the next instant, I felt his strong arms catch me. Wow, maybe this isn't going to be so bad after all. Not wanting to seem like I enjoyed it too much, I jumped briskly from his grasp and fell behind him. How great would it be if it was just a platoon of equally hot Secret Service guys just waiting outside the church, ready to escort me out of this nightmare. Oh, moist.
Before we could even reach the door, a voice chimed in behind us.
I'll take the girl.
I've heard that voice before. That saddle bastard!
Who are you? If you must know, my name is Osmond Sadler, the master of this fine religious community.
Awesome Saddle? What a presumptuous name. Scientologist?
What do you want?
Damn, this man is ugly. It was already bad when I was barely conscious, and HD clarity isn't any improvement. Like, looking at him is making me retroactively an atheist. Jesus Christ, Ashley. Fucking going for the jugular.
To demonstrate to the whole world, United States, kidnap, send her back.
I was so preoccupied with throwing metal daggers in his face that I didn't really pay close attention to what he was saying. Something about giving me their power? Oh yeah, the ejection. I should probably say something. Yeah, and I think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to her? Gift. Hell of a party, loving father, bargain, domination.
It's ugly. It's like some kind of filter over my hearing. It's all just blah, 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 sprinkled with a few keywords. Seriously, how does this Matt even exist in the same time space as Leon?
Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler.
I don't really know what the conversation is, but yeah, you tell him, Leon!
I gave you the same gift when I was unconscious.
My God, really looks fine from this angle. Wait, what? Same gift? Oh, Leon, no! We'll bond over this, I promise!
Special contributions on my puppets. You'll do as I say. I'll have total control. I'm revolutionary.
What's that about puppets? Never mind, I'm just gonna believe that he uses them to wank off. Imagining that now. Oh, stop! Stop!
It sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me.
How? This is supposed to be like 30 minutes, isn't it?
Not the best comeback, but with hair like his, who needs wet?
Yeah, they were blocked by a pale ugly. Freaking satellites. Not gonna lie, confidence max of the what now bitch variety are undeniably sexy. Too bad it's on a face that not even Satan could love. Fucking hell. Ooh la la, watch where you're throwing that side eye, Leon. I might get the wrong idea. Leon grabbed me violently around the wrist as the men took him. In that moment, I understand why romance heroes grab women by the wrist all the time, because it's hot. Ooh.
Shit, now a word behind my ear, punching the stone wall instead of my brain. Fuck you, crossbow nerd!
He pulled me to the end of the corridor, but all I could see was a glass window. Maybe he didn't know what to do after that.
I fall out.
Before I could even vocalize my surprise, we crashed through the window. I guess rural cults can't afford high-quality gas. Time slowed, distinct sense that Krauser wasn't the only one who thought this was an action movie, but I admit it was a pretty awesome way to kickstart a relationship. Stupidly, I tried to land on my feet instead of rolling like Leon did. To be fair, I really wasn't prepared for Die Hard-esque shenanigans. Ever a gentleman, Leon jumped to my aid in a flash.
You okay?
It wasn't the most romantic way to inquire, but I could feel the sincere concern in his voice. Amazingly, I was okay. Nothing broke from the impact, and I only suffered a few scrapes, which didn't seem worth mentioning. My mind was so content with just relishing the miracle of the fall, though. It turned grimly to the thought of the parasitic lifestyle now playing house with my insides. I wanted to cry.
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
Don't worry. We got into this mess. We can get out of it.
I appreciate his use of we, but...
As if it simply weren't his job to be here, saving me. Sweet and confident in the same package, could he be any hotter? Focus, Ashley. Between the colours and the parasite, this is hardly the time to... Oh, he's got a little dirt on his face. So cute. My heart swelled as Leon took hold of my arm, his grasp both tender and protective. Oh God, I feel sick. How fitting that I would go to church to find my personal Jesus. Oh my fucking God. This is horrific. Dave, why are we playing this? Why am I playing this and why are you watching it? Once we both threw up, I huddled close to Leon's back. Definitely not the worst view a girl could have. Looking around, it seemed like we had landed in some kind of external storage. There was little in the room aside from some bags and barrels, so I didn't manage we'd loiter along. But Leon had other plans. Smash. Is this some kind of hobby of his? Or maybe Barrel's killed his parents and now he's sworn to destroy all Barrel kind. Oh! This is a visual metaphor. Spanish gold does not usually come in little treasure boxes. Oh, I hadn't noticed before, but while I was salivating over Leon, but some ammo and gold coins seemed to be lying at the bottom of the barrels. Leon grabbed the goods and shoved them into his pockets. I guess that explains his obsessive interest in barrels. But who keeps that stuff in barrels and in such sparse quantities? Is it some kind of rural treasure hunt, looking for bullets and pocket change down at the local church? Spain is weird. You know what's also weird? That we're not being shot full of arrows. Do I have anything in the inventory? No, don't have an inventory. I don't have an option screen. I'm just checking. Do I have a log? Don't have a log. Can I save? I can save. I have saved. Cool. Right, just making sure. I look back at the shattered window. The satellites had more than enough time to follow us. We're only a few feet down, and that would make them for pathetically easy targets. And yet, nothing. Does the cult Bible prohibit them from looking out of windows? Were they having a synergy meeting? Are they just squeamish about broken glass? I shoved my questions aside, knowing that there was probably no answers, and if there were probably not worth knowing. I looked back at Leon, who finally seemed satisfied that he fully rated the church provisions. We hustled over to the door and made our way outside, and I couldn't stop staring at his fine ass. And his fucking Backstreet Boys bowl cut. As we ran to the front of the church building, rain whipping ominously around us, we encountered what looked to be an angry mob full of villagers. They were just groaning at first as they ambled slowly towards the church. Then a few of them started to shout, "Oh, forastero! Ahí está!
Who should us care se escape?
Oh no, Ashley, you don't want to learn Spanish. That's the language of illegal immigrants. Learn something proud like German.
Real great advice now, Dad! They might just be here to fight the man for raising taxes and stealing their chickens. But them lunging towards us in blind shambling rage squashed that idea pretty fast. Leon coolly studies the ground, gun drawn. Wanting to seem useful, I quickly scanned the environment. I spotted some barrels sitting in a cart.
Shoot those barrels on that wagon!
Oh god, she actually said the line! Without a word, Leon shot the barrels. I'm surprised he took my advice so readily. What a gentleman. I mean, yeah, he clearly loves destroying barrels anyway, but I'll pretend I had something to do with it. Perhaps more surprising was that the barrel spontaneously combusted, causing the wagon to roll towards the villagers like some kind of blazing poverty chariot. Poverty chariot! I'm not sure why anyone would just keep explosive barrels in a graveyard, but I suppose I should just count my blessings. With the villagers crushed and or combusted by their own flaming paddy wagon, we took the opportunity to run past. Between the oppressive darkness and the driving rain, I could barely see the path, but Leon seemed to know where he was going, so I just followed closely. As a bolt of lightning tore across the sky, I realized that I was looking at a graveyard. That's not ominous at all. Nuh-uh. One might say it's sacrilege to kill the faithful in such a hallowed place, but it's even greater sacrilege to think, well, at least you won't have to drag the bodies far. Holy shit! Having escaped the crazy villagers, we jogged leisurely down a narrow forest path and eventually entered what looked like a shed. There was no way forward, we could only descend the ladder in front of us. I felt apprehensive about what horrors might be waiting, but with Leon climbing down so much as a disclaimer, Jesus, I trusted that we would be okay. Even got the little fucking loading screen thing. The ladder took us to a dark cavern, presumably built to connect disparate parts of the village. We moved briskly down the tight path and soon found ourselves in front of a rusty door. Leon boldly kicked the door open. I like a man who doesn't let a small thing like discretion hold him back. The first thing that caught my eyes was the dazzling blue flames perched atop two torches. It struck me as oddly comforting. Maybe that's why I was able to resist the urge to scream upon seeing the second thing. Who is this guy, I wonder? Another secret agent or just your run-of-the-mill small-town gun nut going through a man cave phase?
Ah! Why am I seeing bubbles and sparkles again? This is not the time, hormones! Whoa, why is my eye moving this way? Is the parasite giving me superpowers? Hand's a little dirty. Well organized, though. That's good. Conclusion. Maybe romanceable. More details required. Why am I so weird? Leon approached the man casually, so I assumed they were working together in some capacity. The more the merrier, I guess. He's not as romanceable looking as Leon, but a girl in peril has to keep her options open.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Alright then. Huh. Not the accent I was expecting, but in a good way. Australia, maybe? I'm all about the thunder down under. Did I really just think that? Well, I questioned my moral credibility. Leon started looking through the man's
What are
inventory.
you buying? Thank you. Is that all, stranger? What are you selling?
The merchant quipped enthusiastically as Leon stoically pursued his wares. Maybe it's part of... I can't even get the words out now. Maybe it's part of Leon's safety protocols to avoid conversation where possible.
I'll buy it at a high price.
The merchant man seemed pretty excited about some jewels Leon showed him. Whoa, is that a bejeweled beer stein? Why does that exist and where can I get one? Still, I can't believe they're making Leon break barrels and pilfer valuables just to obtain supplies. Either my rescue is a low-budget affair or a relationship with Spain is more tenuous than I realized.
Come back any time.
Finished with shopping, Leon resumed jogging down the tunnel. I thought I should wave to the merchant man, but I didn't want to mistakenly initiate another romance just yet. Fucking poor Leon. He's just met her and she was in love with him and now she's just like, I want all the dick. All of it. I ran further in the tunnel and stopped abruptly in front of a shadow puddle. Leon drew his gun and took aim. I wonder what that was for. Testing the water for traps, maybe? Oh, I know. The particularly malnourished cultists can blend in with puddles. I got you figured out, Saddle. Whatever the reason, Leon swept right past the flame like a mad on mission. Which he was, of course, but what I really mean is that he hurried over to a box tucked in a nook in the wall. As if by instinct, he drew his knife. Because what is a box if not a barrel disguised as a rectangle? Oh, you missed. But hey, a little imperfection makes him even more handsome. Success! Well, as much as chopping in an immobile box can be considered success, I won't rain on his parade. Leon hastily retrieved the ammunition line so conspicuously in the box's remains. Whoever planned this operation was weirdly fastidious. But whatever gets my ass out of here. We ran through the remaining tunnel and climbed some stairs to another ladder leading upward. I huddled close to Leon again as he approached the door to the next room. I gotta remember to invite Leon to some parties, specifically parties that feature both Jenner and Dawes. The room was empty of people, although someone obviously lived there, what with the dining table and the wood-burning stove. The oddity of the room was the large typewriter stationed on the dining table. At first I thought maybe the owner just had a fondness for antiques. Then it occurred to me that maybe the person couldn't afford better tools. This area was painfully rural after all. The thought saddened me. While I was chewing on a bit of first-world guilt, Leon started typing away. Baffled, I looked over his shoulder. Perhaps he has Hemingway aspirations. Would explain the terseness. As it happens, he was simply typing a record of his time and location. He also mentioned the round and mode, which didn't really make any sense to me. I guess he's using the typewriter to let someone know his progress? Again, I couldn't tell if the orchestrator of this operation was extremely crafty or just plain eccentric. Probably the latter. After all, what better way to fight crazy than with better funded crazy? And yet Leon chops boxes like his life depends on it. Lord help us if the man ever applies his diligence to something truly destructive like extreme couponing. You know, it was one thing when the box was placed in a conspicuous nook, but it feels a little wrong to destroy the boxes in people's homes. I mean, what if that box was the owner's last memory of their grandpa or something? For what it's worth, they are crazed cultists, though. We're lucky that box didn't actually contain Grandpa. Well, one under the stove now, I guess. I took a deep breath in preparation for what awaited us on the other side of the next door. What the fuck is this game? We find ourselves once again assailed by rain and darkness. All of a sudden, the relative safety of the previous room seemed worlds away. An unnerving low vibration hung in the air, stirring in me a feeling of dread. I can hear music in the background slightly, and it's pissing us off. I followed as closely behind Leon as I could without being in his way. It didn't take long for the villagers to add to their shrieks and bloodlust to our carnival of horror. They crept out from the shadows, weapons in hand. To be fair, those weapons were more like farm tools, but semantics. You would think Not So Awesome Saddle would spend a little more of his mobs to have better murdering equipment. Leon led me into a tower and started climbing up an uncomfortably tall ladder. Deciding my fear of heights was suddenly not as compelling as my fear of cultists. I followed suit. Whew! What a climb! But not a bad idea to stick to higher ground and force them into a funnel. We should be moderately safe, right? It's not like they could throw stuff this high, right? I scanned the area below for any cultists with pitching aspirations. Just then, wait here. I froze in place, totally convinced that the cultists were growing wings and that my expiration date was as good as past. Instead, but perhaps just as crazily, Leon stoically leapt from our perch like he didn't even believe in gravity or leg fractures. I need to know, legs of literal steel or government implants? I squinted my eyes against the darkness, trying to watch for Leon's movements below. I wonder what his plan is. I need to move this, because seriously, my ass is starting to die sitting here.
The sound of Leon's gun pierced the night, and also that color's face. So it's the direct approach, then. I don't know if it's wise, but it certainly is manly. Leon rushed past the villager as he wailed in pain, but the darkness made it difficult to see what was going on. What the fuck was that? Were those worms coming out of his head? Calm down, Ashley, it's gonna be... Oh, God, it's gonna be... Oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's not gonna be okay. I shakily looked up and over the railing, driven by morbid curiosity. Just to need to know Leon was safe. I couldn't say. Another villager approached him, this time holding a torch. You know, you're poor when you can't even bring a knife to a gunfight. Leon let a single round fly and the villager suddenly caught on fire. Is this man's main export material that spontaneously combusts or what? Not content to let fire run its course, Leon placed another bullet in the villager's legs, bringing it to her knees. I feel bad for watching this. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, damn, Leon's so cool. And the moistness is back. Leon ran back to the tower and called up to me. Follow me. You don't usually like being told what to do, but for Leon, I'll make an exception. I approached the ladder and prepared to climb down, but then it occurred to me. How much longer will I have the luxury of an attractive man catching me when I jump? Seems like a waste to just do things normally. Hell yeah, that's fun. Now if I could only extricate me bridal style, but alas. Yeah, I could definitely get used to that, which means I probably shouldn't given my look so far. We ran behind the tower down a dirt road. The whole area kind of reminded me of my great-grandmother who lived a rural part of Wisconsin. Just placed ominous torches with old street lamps and brainwashed cultists with trashy druggies. Otherwise, pretty much the same. As if on cue, more of the villagers stumbled out from the darkness, torches and shovels in hand, shouting phrases in Spanish. Te voy a hacer picadillo. Picadillo. Note to self, look up picadillo when I get home. Might be a fun new swear word. Leon took steady aim and shot the two villagers in the knees. Tried but true, I guess. Amazingly, they were only stunned by the blow. Great-grandma was right. Rural folk are handy. Oh my god. Leon briskly lowered his weapon and ran towards the villagers. Rather terrified by the whole thing, I just stayed put and watched the exchange from behind my fingers. Oh my god, he's like if Chuck Norris was actually hot. With the peasants properly pummeled, we continued running down the path. There seemed to be a large gate at the end of the path. I could feel a surge of adrenaline in my legs as we approached. I didn't know what was on the other side, but anything had to be better than this death trap. Okay, that was a lie, because there were lots of things that could be worse, probably. Like, fucking Lord's saddle. No! Bad brain! No one would ever want to ride that saddle! Stop it, please! Oh, God! The collisions with Leon's shapely back muscles thrust me into reality before I could dwell any longer on a much more awesome saddle. I was happy to bump into him, but not so enthused about stopping in the middle of hell country. I was about to ask what the big deal was, but I figured nagging at this juncture wasn't a good way to endear myself. Oh, another cultist with a torch. Poor timing. Poor thing is unarmed and unoriginal. Oh, look at him dodging out of the way. Yeah, that worked out about as well as I expected. In the abstract, I felt sorry for the man. What kind of person was he? What were his dreams? We left last line of defense guy to his final moments of agony and rushed onward towards the gate, being assured to avoid bear traps along the way. Apparently, if you can't stop people with torches, tetanus is the next best thing. We passed through the wooden gate into what looked like a small ranch. I was trying to give Leon a little more space so as to avoid bumping into him. Although touching his back was like finger porn, I didn't want to crowd him. Before we ventured too far in, Leon stopped abruptly at a waste bin. My initial thought was that the mission coordinators had stored more of his supplies in the garbage. It certainly wouldn't have been surprising. Ashley, get in! Wait, what? He seriously wants me to climb into the waste bin? Every fibre of my modernly hygienic body resisted the request, but he hadn't led me astray up to this point, so I hopped in without question. I held my breath as I closed the lid above me. As I leaned down, I was surprised to realize that the bin was completely empty of garbage. Either rural Spain has pretty good sanitation management, or the villagers were too busy being crazy to throw the trash away. Although it didn't change the fact that the only handsome man around had just ordered me to sit in a musty waste bin in rural Europe with a parasite roaming around in my guts. Part of me felt severely frustrated, but Leon was an easy man to forgive.
I shifted uncomfortably in the dumpster. Now that I was stationary, a flurry of aches and pains screamed out for my attention. Angered by the pain, I couldn't help but lash out at everything that seemed responsible for my predicament. Stupid Krauser, stupid Saddle, stupid Calder, stupid Jetta, stupid government class, stupid dad for cutting my bodyguard allowance just 'cause that one time. I took a deep breath and sighed.
Focus, Ashley. Think happy thoughts.
Holy shit, I do not need to see this!
Muy bueno.
I shook the admittedly glorious image of Leon's sculpted, seductive visage from my mind. It's because I'm under way more stress than usual. It doesn't mean I have the right to sexually objectify him. I mean, I barely know him. Okay, I'm good now. It occurred to me that against my mad disease, that Leon might actually be in danger.
Or worse, terrified by this prospect, I decided to peek out for a look, but I knew it would be just my look, that some stray cultist would walk by at that moment and see me. Instead, I placed my ear close to the wall of the bin, being careful not to get too close. I certainly didn't have enough of my shots to be touching the insides of rural cultist dumpsters. I strained my ear, listening intently to the world outside my garbage sanctuary. I couldn't hear much, aside from the occasional thunderclap in the distance. That frightened me. I expected at least to hear some scuffles, but before the creeping terror of my savior's demise could ensnare my thoughts, the shrill sound of a gunshot burst into my eardrum. A somewhat morbid, but nonetheless comforting symbol of hope and salvation. Well, for me anyway. Assured of Leon's survival, I resumed my effortful I thought that said listening. I heard a few more gunshots and some muffled screaming that gave the impression of someone falling from a fair height. What kind of ass was Leon kicking out there? A series of thunderclaps prevented me from hearing any more. No sounds took their place as they faded, though all was quiet on the Spanish front. I listened closely, my heart racing and eyes dying. Was Leon okay? Were the cultists gone? Could I get out of this godforsaken dumpster? Then I heard it, the sharp sound of a whistle. But not some jaunty whistle like from that song Saddle Side was playing. It reminded me of how cartoon characters would whistle at a dog. I was nonplussed to say the least, but I guess it was a friendly signal? Not wanting to think too hard on the idea of being someone like a mutt rooting around in the trash. I hastily threw open the lid of the bin and tumbled out. Thank God that's over, by the way. If I smell like rotten meat products, that's just too bad for Leon. Speaking of Leon, I scanned the area for him. It was difficult to see, but I found him by the light of stray lightning bolts standing on what seemed like a bridge connected to the farmhouse. In that moment, his golden locks seemed like the beacon of a lighthouse shining fiercely against the cold black sea. He truly was poetry in motion. I feel sick. Actually, is he aiming at something? I followed his line of sight to the tree looming above me. Oh, hey, there's something blue and shiny hanging from one of the branches. And gone. Was it a priceless religious artifact or just another bizarrely planned challenge? The world may never know. Well, it doesn't seem like he's making any move to jump down and escort me over there. I guess he did kill who knows what many people for my safety, so I cut him some slack and do some legwork. I hurried over to the farmhouse. On my way, I was surprised by the lack of bodies on the ground. It seemed impossible, but so did a lot of things. Maybe the cultists are just literals on the whole dust-to-dust concept. As I ran, I became poignantly aware of how insane this all was. People dying, and for what? Was it all just for politics, or who stood to gain? One power-hungry old man, or was this bigger than Sadler, bigger than all of us? What if this goes all the way to the Illuminati? Amidst my struggles to glimpse the machinations of this mad world, it didn't take long to reach Leon. Since it seemed like we were safe for the moment, I thought to make some quick conversation. There were certainly enough topics on my mind. Oh God. Okay. There are two people watching, and I'm pretty sure the only person watching is Dave. Alright, and pick an answer. I'll wait. Dog whistle, okay. Before I could open my mouth to speak, Leon turned around and began jogging away. I was a little disappointed, but in hindsight, a rickety bridge probably wasn't the best place to have a chat. Leon leapt down from the bridge. I could see a ladder on the ground already. I'm just going to presume he kicked that down because he likes catching me so much. It occurred to me that Leon could look at my skirt if he wanted, but he just stood there with the solemn... with the disposition of a nun. That's better. Hopefully that means he's a gentleman and not...
Oh, fuck's sake. No, actually, don't even entertain the thought.
Yep, still fun. Though I do wonder if that's good for Leon's back. There was another giant gate in front of us, once again guarded by bear traps. I see the creativity well is run pretty dry in these parts.
Leon stepped carefully up the traps and drew his knife. Is he really going to slash it closed? Talk about having a conservative mind. My eyes reflexively clamped shut alongside the trap. Oh, thank God, he still has his beautiful arms. The path clear, we moved towards the gate. I hoped, deep down in my heart, that the next area would be less threatening to my overall health.
Meh.
Okay, so we're playing Leapfrog now? I know I said I like touching his back, but this seems a little inappropriate. Oh, wait, he must not think we can just go through the gate, so he must want me to climb over it? Oh, that's probably it. Go me! You could have saved us some trouble by just talking like a normal person. I swear, it believes he...
It's like he believes the strong silent type is actually personality. I need to think about whether that's stupidly sexy or just really stupid. For now, I'll just trust there's a reason for all the non-verbal communication. Oh, God. I hurriedly climbed onto his back. He struggled briefly to push me up, but managed to straighten out completely, raising me several inches higher. Muscles. I reached for the top edge of the gate and hoisted myself over as quickly as I could. I wish that Leon's muscles had some sort of sharing plan. With a great effort, I managed to pull myself to the top of the gate and swung my legs over. I was tempted to look down at Leon from that height to see his beauty from a bird's eye view, but I didn't want to hesitate, so I jumped down immediately. No one to catch me this time. You can do this, Ashley. 1, 2, 3, and whoop! I hit the ground pretty hard. No doubt scuffed. Christ, I've got the hiccups now. Awesome. Give me a sec. Okay. No doubt scuffing my boot and tearing a ligament, but I put the pain aside and looked towards the barred gate. It was difficult to see in the darkness, so I fell around with my hands. There was a large plank covering the door, but I easily pushed it up and to the side.
I opened it, Leon.
Okay.
I whispered, not wanting to attract the attention of any cultists who might be out for a midnight stroll or whatever it is weirdos do during storms. Leon opened the door and as cool as serious as ever. I happily fell behind him as we ran forward. I was surprised at how much I missed him in that short time. It was only a minute, but it felt like a millennium. As we jogged into the next area, I hoped that this nightmarish vacation would conclude a little more quickly.
Oh, that's just the demo. Aww. Thanks for playing the demo of Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. Pretty crazy experience so far, right? Action, adventure, and abject horror all pulled together by a little bit of romance. If you enjoyed the demo, please leave some encouraging feedback. If you notice issues or constructive criticism, please tell us what to do about those, too. Look forward to future updates. I'm not escaping Spain without your help. Okay, Ash. I think that's it. Yeah. I think we're done. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. Oh, thank God. It's over. I thought this went on a lot longer than I expected it to, like, seriously. How long has this fucking thing been going? Like 20, 30 minutes? Jesus. Well, okay. It's Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. Well, the demo at least. Thanks for tuning in, I guess.